This coverage is brought to you by RAMIRENT.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more disc golf media coverage. We are here with the fourth stop on the European Pro Tour, out here in Estonia for the Estonian Open. I'm Tony Ferro.
And joining him, Connor Wood. We have pretty mild conditions at 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, light winds around 5 to 10 kilometers an hour, but the rain is here with intermittent showers, lots of mosquitoes and flies. These guys are contending with the course itself. Excited to see how they finish off this round one back nine.
Absolutely. Like you said, this has been some interesting weather conditions. Not everybody had to deal with it. As we check in on the leaderboard, there's
through the
some
front
rounds
nine,
coming
though. -7 by Hena Rudna. We see our card at sitting most of them within 2 strokes of par, except for Jakub at 4 under, which ties him up for 6th place. Still a lot of golf to go, many strokes to be had.
No doubt. Let's get into it. We got hole 10, shorter hole here, 81 meter par 3. Couple of gaps to hit off the tee, slight left to right curve here. I think if you got it, most righties are going to do the sidearm. Could do a little backhand flip up turnover. No real OBs to speak of here. I hate to say it, but musket.
I would, I think, agree with you on that one. It is one of the shortest holes on the course and is the 3rd easiest statistically.
I mean, that gap does look big off the tee. I'm sure it's not that big. As we see Knut go a bit long, just outside the circle in the rough.
Jakub looking like he borrowed one of Simon's discs. That half red, half yellow dye. Looking great. He's looking for a nice forehand flex.
Oh yeah, catching some left side trees, but that will put him just outside circle 1, putting for the birdie.
I do like this
up next.
This good mix of shorter technical holes and big bombers. This course looks to have it all. Mathias fires on through, puts himself within the circle.
Beautiful.
Great throw.
That's the sidearm you want to see on this hole. Nice and straight, soft fade. Could deal with a little bit less skip, but hey, in the circle is in the circle.
You saw that hard-packed earth right up there on the green. It does look very skippy up there as Severi. Nice little soft landing.
Beautiful touch with the putter there. Landing it very soft on the green. Not getting too much movement out of it. Jakub up first for the birdie. Little stepper. Oh, right off the band. I just felt that one. I thought that was for sure going to be the first one going in.
There was something in the air, that's for sure. And Knut finds it.
There it is.
Beautiful birdie putt. I believe outside the circle. Putt for him there. Good stuff. Good stuff. We see Severi here up next. Getting his grip right in the rain. Puts it in nicely as well, just within the circle. Probably 8-9 meter putt.
Oh yeah, get that. And Mathias to finish it off. Last chance for birdie. Just a little inside left.
Yeah, he called the weak side. Cashes it out, unfortunately. We see Jakub here for par.
No.
It looks like a hefty putt left. He must have gotten a big slide off the band. That hard earth not offering much of a sit down. And that is his first bogey of the round.
Yeah, he really did not look like he was comfortable on that putt. Just the stability or something was off. Maybe he was standing on some tree roots or something, but he didn't look comfy.
I would agree. What's up with hole 11, Tony?
Whew. We got a tunnel shot, par 3, 120 meters up the hill, and you just have to get something to stand up, ride straight, make it through all these trees. But if you hit that gap, you will get rewarded with the birdie, as you can slide on this green, you can slide up the fairway. You just got to get that angle right and the release point right.
And I love it. This really is European Pro Tour caliber stuff. Just throw 120 meter laser beam slightly uphill. Knut with a beautiful shot.
What?
That is unbelievable.
That looked so left out of the hand, and then it flipped up and turned over, went left side to right side, back to the... I mean, what?
That was just sick line by Knut.
To
Severi.
be honest, that's what I expected from Knut's shot.
It looks like from the hand they hit the same line, but Knut really finding something there. As we really see the rain and hear it now too. Mathias up next.
Oh, that's purty.
Oh, nice hyzer flip. Wow, he goes long.
Look at that. But that was so gorgeous. Right out the hand, you knew that thing was going to be right by the basket.
And I would guess that's the line the course designers really set up for this hole. Jakub also looking at a beautiful straight flight. If anything, a little bit too high and fades out, but straight down the pipe. Doesn't get it all the way, but he will be putting.
Yeah, that's still circle 2, maybe 13 meters or so. That's a...
he loves a good stepper.
I was just going to say. That
Might
smells
be right at home
like
there.
another one to me.
Oh. Big crack. I thought for a second on the left that was Severi, but that was actually the spotter. He flinched even a little bit.
Yeah, he got a little nervous with that tree hit.
Oh, and Severi still with a lot left for his third throw. This hole did come in statistically as the most difficult, averaging 3.4. You can see why.
Well, with all these trees and up the hill, no doubt this thing has got teeth all over it. And man, if you're not online, this thing could kill you.
And Jakub had to straddle out, didn't have the opportunity for the stepper. Just comes up a tiny bit short on the power. But I think he'll be putting himself safely in for par, which is totally fine on the hardest hole. We see a great bogey save, actually, from Severi there. A little straddle out from behind that tree.
Very solid bogey save indeed. As you saw, Jakub gets a little bit of a roll away, actually. He's about 6-7 meters to save the par. Not exactly what you're asking for after you hit the cage.
And I like to see him taking a bit more time, but he just, something about the putt doesn't look too comfortable for him at the moment.
Man, I feel like I should stop talking bad about when they leave extra space, because that's the second time I foreshadowed into a bogey.
All we can do is offer information. It's up to these guys to execute on the task they're given. It's unfortunate stuff, but that's disc golf.
Yeah.
You play enough golf, and unfortunately, you're going to miss some putts.
Well, Mathias did not miss his putt, and he will go in for the lone birdie on the card.
Knut has not yet
strokes.
putt yet, I think. I think he was right up there as well.
Are you... Oh, I think you're right.
He was the first up. Remember, he got that beautiful turnover.
Yeah.
Oh, and he just taps in
Man,
his birdie.
sorry, Knut, in the bullseye for the birdie as well. Back to
Incredible.
back on the back nine. Keep it going, boy. Let's get into hole 12. 106 meter par 3. Got this left to right curve with a bunch of guardians there. This is a tough shot to say. You want to just throw an anhyzer or a sidearm or something, but you have all that stuff on the left side of the fairway. Really, you're going to want to have an overstable disc, get a force over Annie, and make that thing flex back at you. Let's see.
My thoughts exactly.
It's not the easiest shot to hit. But, see, yeah, Knut
There's
didn't
the
get enough
danger.
on it.
With the overstability, that can happen really quick.
Yeah, it's a love it or hate it kind of a shot. Some people can do it really well. Some people just can't do it. I'm one of those people that just don't really like to do the shot.
As we see, I believe Mathias tried to make the correction, overturned it just a little bit too much and bled out of the fairway, hit some of those guardian trees on the right. We see Severi now. That looks like he's hit the sweet spot if he can catch some fade.
Oh, yeah, look at that thing. That's so perfect.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
I just got goosebumps.
That was, wow. Amazing execution from Severi there. That was, you couldn't ask for more. See if Jakub can match it. That was good force over angle. Oh, look at him. He's backing it up.
Wow, there it is.
Saying, somebody's closer.
I love that. When you're having trouble putting, just park it, guys. Just put it right under the basket. Get that confidence. Take your birdie.
That is the best thought you could ever have.
Mathias getting up there.
All right, let's see where Knut is. In the rough.
Is he going between those trees? He is.
A little jumper approach. Okay, looks to be just laying it up.
Oh, there's his red disc.
Oh, yeah.
Right underneath. And Severi with a great birdie.
Amazing. Beautiful angle control, capitalizing. Well execution.
And Severi really not playing for many pars here. Tons of birdies, couple bogeys. Bit of a discussion. I believe Knut's disc is in the way of the mini
Yes,
for Jakub.
Jakub's trying to mark, and he's having trouble marking exactly where it should be. Honestly, if Knut just marked his disc and then Jakub marked, it would be end of discussion, but either way.
Could you potentially place your mini one side on the ground, the other on top of his disc?
Not
Or would that be an
necessarily.
illegal lie?
All right, let's kick it into hole 13, 108-meter par 3. Again, you got a nice soft left curve, almost a straight shot, but just a bit left curve. But can't have too much fade. Left side is not where you want to be. The green also slopes right to left, so that kind of helps the situation. Not to mention, again, these greens are super fast.
No mulch, hard-packed earth. There's that off-ramp if you get a big hyzer skip. Oh, Severi with a ton of anhyzer, I think. Definitely more than he wanted.
I was going to say, I think it curves the other way.
It's a bit mean, but we see the same from Jakub
Wait.
here as he releases anhyzer.
I mean, maybe they're trying the force over, like, flex out shot.
Those two guys did hit it on the last hole, so they may be trying to replicate a similar shape.
I would expect hyzer flip here all day long. Oh, but he didn't get the flip. Maybe a bit too high. Catching a
think
good
that
tree,
nose
though.
up, I would agree. That gave him a nice little kick. I think that nose up prevented him from getting the full turnover to flat.
Yeah. In my eyes, this looks like a soft hyzer flip up that does not turn over and just let it fade out slowly at the end.
I would agree, but with all of these guys playing a little bit of a flex or a big hyzer, I think that early tree on the right that you saw from the tee may be in their heads a little bit for the pure hyzer.
That could be. But we got a few on the right side fairway, a few on the left. Let's see what everybody's got. Severi up first in the woods.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Great little Anheuser approach there. Half bid almost.
And just with a putting stroke, just a little step putt. Jakub sliding his way up there as well.
Right,
Knut looking
back.
like he's putting.
Look to get back on track from circle 2. Oh, just a little low. Outside the circle, uphill look. It's tough to get the right rhythm on that.
And it looked like he was looking over the branch but putting under it. We see great birdie there by Mathias. Good stuff to put him to 2 under now.
Lone birdie on the card, too. It's a good feeling.
As we see some disc drying, good to take your time with the grip. And good par save by him.
Always tough in the rain. You gotta. Honestly, I just leave my putters wet when it's raining like that. If it's raining hard enough, there's never gonna be a time that they're dry enough to feel okay. So, just leave them wet. Just putt wet.
And I think some of those baseline plastics, more of the rubbery blends, do hold up pretty well in the rain.
I would agree.
That little horseshoe. Tell us about hole 14.
Oh yeah. Hole 14, 170 meter U-shaped hole. Oh, you got this 60-ish, 70 meter first shot off the tee. And then you gotta swing it out to the right side and get yourself set up on the next fairway that's coming back at you. Few trees right in the front in the beginning of it. Gotta get yourself navigated around there. Otherwise, it's pretty open when you get towards the basket. Just a tricky shot to get right in the sweet spot.
Nice little placement forehand hyzer straight into the earth by Mathias there. Looks to be in a great position. With that sharp turn, you really can't get too much distance.
No, you have probably about 80, 90 left to the pin once you get around there, depending on where you end up. As we see, Severi is a little bit further to the left than Mathias ended up.
Will have more distance, but opens up his angle nicely. We'll see Jakub opt for the forehand hyzer here. I like the width. That should swing right, but a little too straight.
Ew.
That will leave him a tricky lie.
Unfortunate spot. Looked great out of the hand. I would totally agree, but yeah, nasty little tree there.
And we saw Mathias with the maybe soggy earth not getting any ground play. Same for Knut with the best throw of the bunch. That's a great lie.
Yeah, the sawed-off hyzer looked looking bad out of the hand. Ends up in position A.
Speaks to how sharp that U-turn really is.
Yeah, you can see Severi still needing to put more ante on the disc. Not getting enough distance on it, though. He's going to be still circle 2 with a look for birdie, though.
No, it's not a small throw. I think these guys who didn't bend around the corner still with a lot of work left to do in terms of distance and shape, if we're being honest.
Wide left side is not enough on this hole. You really got to push it to the right, cut some of that distance out.
Great stuff by Jakub, I believe, off the knee. Gets a full flight with his forehand, and he's circle 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we see the first clean look at it from Mathias here with the sidearm. Oh, just leaves it a little too wide, but comes in. Might be about circle's edge there. Knut looking to do the same. Little flexor.
Ooh, that's a lot of Anheuser.
Yeah, that's a little too much flex. And yeah, that's going to be in the woods. Circle 2. See if he has a clean look at it from in there.
Severi up first. This is for his birdie.
Oh, no. Look good out of the hand. Just slowed down real fast with the nose up and just faded out.
I would agree. Maybe didn't quite have the spin, but the height did look good. We see Knut here, a man who definitely has some spin on his putt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is super clean from the woods. Circle 2. Cashes a great birdie.
Man, if he can see that basket, just look out. That thing is on its way.
And he puts the pressure on Mathias now. Closer than Knut, even unobstructed.
Oh, and that is deep. That's going to be work to do still to save that par.
And here, I'm sure we'll see the Semerád stepper.
Come on, get it, boy.
Hey,
Get it.
there it is. I'm so glad we got to see just a clean stepper from him. He's been having to straddle all day, in and out of trees. I like to see him in his comfort zone doing what he does.
It's only a matter of time before he gets that stepper in there.
Oh, and you weren't kidding, Mathias, with a bit of work.
Woo!
But puts it in, just barely.
That just hung on there. Prodigy baskets doesn't do him wrong.
And Severi, for his par, secures that as well. 2 birdies, 2 pars. For a hole that averaged over par at 4.1, I think all of these guys will be all right with that.
Right, let's kick it into an open hole. 1,530 meters. This is slightly uphill. You've got these 4 guardian trees right in the middle of the fairway. You're going to have to choose. Do you go through them or do you go over them? Bigger arms are going to try to go over the top of them with a little Anheuser flex out. And that means you got to control the angle because the left side is OB. There's those trees on the right side preventing that big hyzer shot. Tough hole for being so wide open. You really have specific angles you got to hit on this hole.
Do you think there's a gap for the big Anheuser left of all those trees?
You're risking OB if you're doing that. Well, we see Jakub, the roller, was the other play I was going to say, was the more aggressive route with the hillside fighting the roller angle. But if you get that thing on a nice, tall stand-up right away, as we saw Jakub do, that's the play.
All right, these guys definitely practice this line as their rollers are just firing up that hill. You can see how demanding the distance is for this par 3. 2 pretty power rollers still coming up short, roughly the same distance.
Yeah, I guess if you got it, let's play it. I mean, the grass doesn't look so rollerable, but you know what? It's probably the safest play that you can think of here. It is cut pretty low for Estonia.
And Mathias getting all the distance, just hanging it out a bit right, but aiming a roller, not an easy task. Severi looking super unhappy with that, but did fire through the trees.
I mean, just to go back on Mathias, did you see how flippy that disc was? He threw that thing flat up the hill, and it turned over so fast.
And he just got tons of distance, probably because it was, as you said, fighting the hillside, standing up the whole way. Even got the turnover curl out right at the end. We see Knut here, a long look for his birdie.
Come on. Oh. Almost capitalizing on that big birdie putt once again. Let's see Jakub here again. Maybe another stepper. Oh.
Laser beams all day from that man.
When he's on, he's on. That thing just got warm and he was like, yeah. Just leave me outside the circle. I got this.
We see Mathias also with a fantastic putt. No step required. Puts himself to 3 under now. That is
Feeling
a
good.
really good birdie to get here on hole 15. 130 uphill. That is a serious task.
Yeah, he was having a little bit of trouble with his outside the circle putts this round, so probably extra special feeling to get one late in the round outside the circle like this.
But
Good
check it out.
confidence boost for the last three.
For sure. Mathias and Knut bogey free in the back nine so far. Good stuff by them. Nice clean back nine.
Hole 16, par 320 meters through the woods. Tough tunnel shot. Just got to keep it straight. Find your disc that you can flip up. Keep it going nice and flat. Land soft. You can get a lot of ground play on this green up here. One thing to worry about is the tee pad. This has been known to be a slippery tee pad, and with this rain, I'm sure it's not helping.
With that fairly big distance again, these guys will want a safe run-up. Jakub looking like he's got a great little turn, great little fade. Maybe a slightly more than little fade as he gets that little ground skip. But he's up there. Good throw.
No doubt. Little obstruction for the putt, but circle's edge. Can't ask for too much more on this hole.
And he did hit
Mathias up.
Hit a great line, Mathias. More left out of the hand.
I think that's a mid-range, too.
That's crazy.
If that's a mid, man, I'm getting old.
Don't worry, us young guns also aren't throwing mid-range 120. Knut now, looking like he's got a nice little turn, but connects with a tree in the fairway.
It was looking good, I agree. It was really looking like what you want. Severi up now. That was too low out of the hand.
And he turns away before he can see it finish. Not happy with that. He is up first with a little jump putt approach. Good stuff.
Right under the pin. Knut giving this a big go, but that's too high.
He looked upset he's not draining that, but that's, he was far away.
Sometimes these boys. Mathias back-to-back big putts. So close. Right on line, though. That was clean line from circle's edge.
All right, Jakub for the lone birdie. Obstructed straddle.
Get that. Oh, he is
so
on
clean.
one now.
Great to see him make the corrections after hole 10 and 11. His putting just was a little bit off for those couple of holes, but he has brought it back full speed. Great putts by Jakub. 3 birdies in a row. Knut to save his par.
Yeah, 4 down in the last 5 for Jakub. That is getting it done. Keep it going, boy. 2 to go. Nothing but green for you.
And the rest of these guys tapping in their pars. Hole 16, also a pretty tricky one. Also averaging over par, but no bleeding there.
Let's get into hole 17. 90 meters, slightly downhill, par 3. Just a pretty straight shot in the woods. Gotta control that landing, though. As you can see, this green is on a downhill slope. It is fast, as they all are, and this basket is elevated. You land too short, you got that big death putt. You miss the basket, you can go way, way long.
Or you putt a little bit low like that guy in the drone shot. The height really, bit of a mind game.
That
Jakub
is for
up
sure.
first.
Oh, this is looking clean, right at the basket. Oh, almost catching the base. But he'll be about 6 meters out.
He is looking pretty dialed in at the moment.
That's where you want to be when you're finishing off.
Mathias looking like maybe even a putter. Maybe that mid-range as he fires just a little bit deep.
Knut up next, also with a putter. Oh, that is a little too much hyzer out of the hand maybe, or early release. And that will put him on the left side in the rough. Obstructed putt, but circle 2, look.
And Severi, looking like he's made that correction, pures it straight down the middle. Nice little glide past it. Also 6-7 meters right up there with Jakub, contending for CTP on this hole.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shot from both of those guys. And Knut with the obstructed look. Is he going to run this? Looks like it.
Oh, those leaves straight out of the hand, I think, slowed him down. Didn't quite get the height, but that is for sure a tricky one. From his lie, we'll see Mathias also fired quite long, but putting uphill.
Yeah. What a
Good
putt
stuff.
from Mathias.
Our local player cashing his 4th birdie of this back 9 now. Very nice. He is just alternating par birdies so far.
And that's 4 down for the round right now. And we can see Severi unfortunately missing that birdie putt. Just a little low right. Jakub up next.
To put him to 7 under.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Good stuff. And that's 4 in a row. 5 through the last 6. Jakub definitely heating up. We'll see Severi now for his comebacker. Knut is nicely underneath the basket. Making sure the disc is dry, you know. No reason to rush a shorter putt, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, it seems like the rain has either stopped or slowed down quite a bit. So at this point, you want to make sure you get everything nice and dry. You can never have
Absolutely.
enough towels. Always bring a towel.
Oh, stunning view. Tell us about hole 18.
Ooh, hole 18, the water carry. Got this par 312 meters, basically the entire way over the water. Basket is sitting on this left to right slope. Most of these guys are going to come in with a big spike hyzer, but you got to control the angle of the spike hyzer, because if you come into this hill with too much of it, you could roll back down into that water.
But with a bit of moisture, these guys could even tombstone straight into the ground if they give it enough height and enough hyzer. Jakub with a big wide throw, and there it is.
There you go. Like you said, that's spiking into that soft ground with the rain. That is a valid point. I'm sure they're probably not worrying about that anymore. Just
I'm sure
throw it.
dry conditions would be a different circumstance.
Oh, we
Oh,
still
yeah.
see some ground play from Mathias there.
Definitely flatter out of the hand from him. You see Knut up here now.
Yeah, I guess when you land it by the basket, it's a little bit more compact up there.
A good point. Knut also getting a little bit of a bounce, but really nice wide hyzer by him. For a second there out of his hand, it looked way out there over the water. And Severi also going for a nice flat release over stable driver and skips his way up there. 4 great shots.
Beautiful, guys. Everybody in the circle. Knut up first. Oy. Just a little late out of the hand. Yanks it right. And he will have to settle for the par on hole 18.
The timing did look a little bit funny there as his back leg swung out much earlier than his arm extension. We see Jakub now. Pro move by him to place the mini with the left hand, not getting that putting hand wet. And he gets it in there. 8 under for the round. And he is 5 through the last 5 holes. Really good stuff.
That is awesome. But you could see from Jakub, he's also a staggered putt, normal putter. And on that hillside, he switched and just did a straddle putt, as Knut did his staggered putt, which is much more difficult on an uphill slope.
That's a great point. Good skill set there by Jakub to make that adjustment, as Severi and Mathias super close to the pin. Great job by those guys to get all the way up there and tap in their birdies to finish out hole 18. Severi at 4 under, Mathias 5 under, and Knut for his par here, leaving him at 4 under as well. Jakub 8 under. With
Amazing.
2 bogeys. 10 and 11 were his only bogeys of this round 1.
And as we see, the weather loves to do this. As soon as they finish their putts, the rain stopped.
And the sun comes out as we take a look. Severi 4 under with Knut, Mathias 5 under, and Jakub 8. I think really good stuff considering the tricky conditions. The showers were very intermittent, so coming and going all day long. If you were lucky to hit a dry pocket, you have maybe slightly better chances. As we take a look at this leaderboard.
Whoa.
Wow. Lowry, Lettinen 12 under through his first 18. Niklas 10 under. Hjalte Jensen 9. We got double digits already in round 1.
Holy cow. And the rest of the pack is right behind them with a handful of 8s, 7 down. Oh, I can't wait to see what's coming up in this, guys.
Just shredding the course. We will see you in round 2. Make sure to like and subscribe. Over and out.
Over and out, boys. Thanks again.